All right, all right. How's everybody doing here? It's coming up on 3:30 Friday, so I want to get out of here like everybody else, I would imagine. Um, so we had a lot of exhaustion risk on the futures today, so I'm going to go through some things here, and then I'll try to go as fast as I can. All right, so on your SPY, you can just see it right here on the 2 hours, right? Exhaustion risk, crazy. All right, so 724.87. Looks like we might be a place where we might have to pull back from that area. So we'll wait and see. Okay, eventually, if it gets right, it could become our support line. Lines, but for right now, you see what's going on, right? You see that, you see it coming down on your on your 2 hour. Same thing on the Qs. They got the same exact situation. They get up and they puke out. All right, just exhaustion risk. And you see some of and there was good volume early in the day. All right, we had really good volume on the upside, and then kind of falling off a little bit too. So the buyers can get back in a little bit easier here if we see if this volume stays lower. Okay, so but as for now, that's what we have for today. All right, so coming down all day long. Diamonds really couldn't get it going at all today. Pretty much started down and just continued with it down all day. All right, so back down to 494. We're dripping back into yesterday's highs. We're backing off a little bit on the monthly, so we're stuck inside now on the red month. All right, so there's probably going to be more downside for the diamonds for us to try to triangle them out to get back up. All right, and meanwhile, we could be hitting some of our resistance numbers at SPY and Qs at the same time, so it's kind of like kind of mashing together a little bit too. So we'll see we'll see if anything shakes out from all that. All right, so what were today? What did we have? Right, there was only two sectors that were green today. All right, or it was maybe two and a half. All right, but Target. So tech, of course. All right, and we got some retail in there too. So we got a little bit of retail that we had some names that were going up on your XRT. Nothing going on in the discretionaries too much at all, but there's some names that we're going to go through on some of those. All right, so let's start with tech right off the bat. Okay, so coming by, we got XLK. All right, XLK, nice day to the upside, 162.29. That was the high of the day. Kind of backed off a little bit, looking really, really nice with the 2-2 up on the month. Continuation to the upside, right? Coming back up here now. I don't know about any of this, but we'll see what happens with that. All right, so 161.87 is where we closed out XLK. Good day today. All right, CDNS. I'm going to go through these kind of quick. As you can see, 2-2 up cadence, 2-2 up with the gapper upper with the gapper upper month. Okay, now Monday starts the new week. All right, but we won't get the breakaway till Tuesday. All right, so CDNS better today, right? Oracle better today here. Oracle had a nice move up there on a gapper too. On a gapper, know that. All right, Snow, SNOW. Snow kind of fell apart here at the end of the day a little bit, weaker on this guy. Still staying red here across the board. All right, so Snowflake, not really so much on that one. We look at D-Dog. So the Cloudflare stocks were better today, right? IBM really didn't get too great, but D-Dog had a good day up there, as you can see. Salesforce had a good day today, up 7, was it up 4% to the upside. All right, and there's your hammer day on that one. CRWV had a decent day on the weave. 2 up again, continuation, looking to take month up. All right, continuation. Sorry about that. I don't know why that won't go. All right, but that's killing me. All right, CRWV. All right, let me see here. Apple. All right, why is that not going? There you go. There's my Apple. All right, Apple is 2 up, but shoot her back down on the month here because this was our day. All right. I think looking at it right now, I think it's going to be hanging around 280 for a while. All right. So just watch around this 280, 288 to go back up to the all-time highs. And, you know, if it was to break down, we would be looking back down to 263 or something like that. But I think she's going to hang around 280 for a while. All right, so we'll see how it did today. It hung right around there all day, right in here, as you can see. All right, so Apple, much better day today. Microsoft was a pretty decent day to the upside. That's a 2-2 up on the day. Kind of stuck in the middle, but you got the month in the right place now. All right, 2-1 inside. All right, so we'll see what happens with that one. Micron was a decent day, and this was a semi, so a little bit different here. Huge move here today. Another higher high. Micron just continues to beat everybody up on the semis. That's for damn sure. All right, so that group really good today. We got Target crapped out today, and we got Walmart, and it crapped out today, coming back down. All right, this one I didn't look at, so I'm just coming off the cuff here. Costco. COST, Costco, crapped it out again. All right, so Costco coming back down. So the 3 big ones there, we'll see what happens. Amazon, I got to throw it in, right? Got to throw in Amazon. Amazon with the shooter back down with the inside day. All right, so that's going to be an actionable coming in on Monday. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, Amazon. And then XRT, man, some retails. And after that, I mean, literally everything falls off the cliff. Energy was negative. Industrials were negative. Utilities were negative. Materials were negative. Healthcare was down. Real estate was down. Consumer defensive stocks were down. Communication services was kind of like iffy, close to being unchanged. All right. And then got cyclicals, and we got tech. All right, and here's you go with your XRT retail. All right, XRT retail is a 2-day up. It did finish red inside. There's some good names in there, and then there's a lot of crap in there too. So you know that. All right, so a little indecision right here. That is what's telling you that for sure. All right, on your XRT. But there was a couple names that were maybe Murphy today. MUSA, Murphy USA, nice move to the upside, 597.16, 2-2 up get. All right, this thing's moving. MUSA. Go to the go to the go. Go had a good day. 2-2 up on the go. All right, grocery outlet holders. There you go. GO. That was a pretty good one to the upside today, too. Casey General Store. 2-2 up now on retail. Looking for more here, guys. All right, coming off of this 2 with the 2-2 back up. Real strong here. All right, Casey General Store. Probably building more stores, just from what I understand there too. So reinvesting. All right, so Casey, Victoria's Secrets, just a little bit. And I mean a little bit, but it was a 3-1-2 day. So 3-1-2 day it is. Let's see if that can pick up anything from there. All right. I showed you Amazon. It's really about it on the retail side. All right. So the industrials, not so good today. Cat Tractor finishes the day down 44 cents. All right, but it was all over the road. But she did finish down 44 cents. All right, Walmart came down. So a lot of our industrials and healthcare still a little bit. All right, we still need some more time. All right, so our staples kind of fell off a little bit today. We'll see if they can get back up on the game again. All right, Apple I think stuck around 280. That's all I got. Let's have a good weekend and everybody be good.